It has been a while since I've made any updates on this trailer. A lot has happened since the last video. I stopped making videos for a little while because I got married and had a little baby, and it's a little bit tricky to film while I'm building if I'm doing it at night when the baby's asleep or during nap time, which is right now. But yeah, I figured I should make a little update video. We took the ramp and I covered it in wallpaper samples from a sample book, and I glued them down with a clear coat over the top. Underneath here, right now it's just all junk, but once the inside is completely built, I'm gonna clear this out and we'll put bicycles under here. And up top is where the bed is. Has a full-size normal mattress because that's what we had laying around. And we found these pictures at Angel View. Up in here are the closets. There's the closet rod, and then each one has a little basket in the bottom. And I didn't feel like doing actual lighting up in there, so we have these little switch lights where you just turn them on and they light up. We also have the big light right here. At the foot of the bed, we have this shelf which will hold a TV on top and all of our more storage on the bottom. And there's the solar charge controller right there. Up top we have an outlet that runs off the solar. It's kind of buried under stuff, but I have this inverter that has these extension cords plugged into it, and the extension cords run into these plugs. So when I'm plugged into shore power, which I haven't finished setting up yet, I will unplug from this box and I will plug them into this when I have more plugs put in it, which run off of breakers. And then I have some plugs inside that run solely off of the breaker panel, which then is plugged in through this port here. Yeah. So I'll take you around the inside. So I had to change the design a little bit. Before, I had a bench on this side and a bench on this side. But since we had the baby, I had to think about where's the baby gonna sleep. So I cut a hole in the wall and I built more walls back in the back, and then on top of this I will put a crib that I haven't built yet. So I'll build like a box that has doors on the front and you can put storage underneath, and then on top the crib mattress will go into that hole, come out to about the end of this wheel well here, and then it will have the crib bars, and then we can just pick the baby up over the top. And then when she gets old enough, I'll just take the bars off, and it'll be a good sized bed until she's about maybe 4. And then at that point I could take this off and have a custom mattress built all the way to the end here, and then have the corner cut, sort of like how some bunkhouse trailers do, where they'll have a full-length mattress with the corner cut off and a custom sheet made for it. We also have this shelf up here that we'll be able to put like her little stuffed animals and toys, and then underneath it we're talking about doing a closet rod so we could hang her clothes up. But in the beginning, we'll just fold her clothes up and have them on this shelf. And then in here, I think I covered this in one of my last videos, but this is the fold-out table. It ended up not needing any other support. It's pretty good how it is. And then we have this big painting made by some painter called Winslow. I got this from my grandfather when he was moving. He wasn't going to take it with him, so he said I could have it. And above the table we have a 12-volt outlet and USB ports for charging phones or whatever. This is the bench that I made. With the way that lumber prices are going, I started making things out of recycled materials. So this entire wood that's on top of here was an old bed that we weren't going to use anymore, and it was just sitting in storage. So the bed, it was like a bunk bed, and these were the wooden slats that went across underneath the mattress. So I cut them and I just screwed them together and I stained it black, and there's a bit of storage underneath there. In the upcoming weeks I'm going to do the flooring, so that's why I'm kind of trying to clean up in here, because we're doing a diner theme, kind of. So we're going to do checkerboard floorings. And the kitchen was one of the first areas that I got finished. These little laundry baskets will hold dishes and stuff. Right now they're just holding a bunch of tools to keep them out of the way while I do the flooring. And then down in here I had the mini fridge, but I was thinking we're probably not going to end up living in this thing full time, so it works well with just a cooler. I have this old Coleman cooler, so I just threw it in here. And then for cooking we have this what's it called? Induction cooker. So it uses magnetic pans to cook with. And this is another outlet that runs off the solar, so that I could use this outlet when I'm not plugged into shore. And then this table here flips up. I'll see if I can do it with one hand. It has this latch, this bolt that just slides to keep it up. And we can put our induction cooktop right on here and plug it in right here. I also have this. This is mainly for outdoor cooking. It's a white gas Coleman stove. But if I had to, I could use it right here. I don't think I would want to, because of how dangerous it would be burning the gas inside. But I could. And I have the Max Air vent fan right up above it, so it wouldn't be completely dangerous. We have our little toaster oven and our small microwave. I got it out of an old motorhome. Both of them work. I don't know what I'm going to use this little shelf for, so right now I just have old stuff in it that I thought looked cool. There's my grandfather's railroad lantern. There's this gourd that I painted, and then an old coffee can that I found somewhere in the desert. And yeah, the whole switch panel for the entire trailer is right here. It controls the inverter and all the lights that aren't the main lights. The main lights work off of this switch right inside the door. Yeah, this isn't gonna stay. It doesn't really work at all since it uses radiant heat. When you're up in the bed, since there's this wall in between you and the heater, the heat waves, you don't even feel it. So the only thing that heater is good for is if you're standing in the main room right within direct sight of it, and then you'll feel the heat waves. But it doesn't heat the air, and since it burns propane, propane has a byproduct of burning propane is water vapor, so it will create like water droplets on the walls and stuff. So yeah, definitely not going to keep this thing. I will be buying a diesel heater and setting it up back behind there underneath the bed platform and running the ductwork either through the front of there or through the front of the bench, and that will actually heat the air and heat it efficiently with diesel instead of using up a whole bunch of propane and barely keeping it warm in here. Once this is gone, I will be putting, so for a while I was thinking of doing an air conditioner, like one of the window units right here, venting it through the floor and through the sidewall so it could get a cross breeze through the outdoor coil. But I figured I don't want to mess with that and cut more holes in this, so I saw someone else do theirs where they literally just cut a hole in the front wall, they shoved their air conditioner through it, and they put a cover on the outside when they're driving. So that's what I'm going to do, and I think it will work really well. And I have a window unit that will run off of our solar, so that should be good. In this leather door is the bathroom. This door is weird because my idea for it was to make a like a normal door that would fold in half once it's open, so that you could leave it open and it would only take up that much space instead of that much space. But it ended up being this door that you fold like that. I tried to make it lock in the open position so that you could open it like a normal door, but it didn't want to stay locked. So I was gonna try and rebuild it, but my wife says she likes it how it is, so that's just how it's gonna be. And I'm going to add a whole bunch of these leather flaps to each of these support beams so that I could use them as shelves to hold our toothbrush and toothpaste and stuff like that, like shampoo. Well, shampoo's gonna be on this ladder shelf, but we'll figure out things to put on those. And then it will just all fold up, and I'll have a little latch to keep it folded. And then when you're inside, the latch would keep it closed. Like it would be one of those little hook latches. Yeah. In here we have the Nature's Head toilet, which I like a lot. It's really easy to clean. It was really easy to set up. No plumbing necessary. And we can go, well, I've had this thing for about a year, and I do use it when I'm out here working on the trailer. And I've only had to wash it once. I've only had to dump it and refill it once. And we just fill it with peat moss. We buy these bags at Home Depot, and one whole bag just fills the toilet. So however many bags of these that you store is however many times you can fill your toilet. And I just have it tucked in there. The bathroom, it's the least finished part of the entire build. So this is going to be where the shower is. I'm going to do corrugated metal walls on all sides, and then the shower head comes from the sink. The sink hasn't been plumbed yet, it hasn't even been glued down. It's like a salad bowl and then I'll put a drain, which I have right here. The drain will be right there, and it'll go down through the back, and everything will be plumbed underneath the trailer. But I didn't want to finish the bathroom until after I put the flooring in, because I already have to take up the toilet to put the flooring underneath it, and I want the flooring to go underneath the shower tub, so I didn't want to finish the shower before I got flooring under there. And back behind there, I have a large mirror that I found, and I'm going to cut it so that it will fit this area here. And underneath there we have the toilet paper. Right now I have this basket as a trash can, but I'm going to put a smaller bathroom trash can underneath there. And right there is where the towel rack is. And we have little decorations. And then this ladder I got for $5 off of OfferUp. And I thought, oh, I want an old wooden ladder to do a shelf with in the bathroom, because I wanted something really thin. I didn't want to get a shelf that would jut out into this small space. So I found this ladder. The guy only wanted $10 for it. He said he would sell it to me as long as I promised not to actually use it as a ladder, since it is very old and kind of falling apart. But that's perfect, because I just wanted to use it to hold small items. And then I have this like a burlap ribbon holding everything so that it doesn't fall off while I'm driving. And then these are like green tarp material that I was planning on making some kind of awning out of. And I don't know where to put it, so I just shoved it in the bathtub. Eventually I'm going to sew them all together and make an awning. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire build, or at least everything I could think of, as far as what I have done so far. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make too many videos for the past year, and it's kind of a big jump from what it is now based off of the last video that I took where it was all framework. So yeah, things have been moving along at a steady pace, slow and steady.